Finn and Liz arrive at Finn's friend's cabin in Vermont. Finn immediately begins looking for something and finds a hammer and nails under the sink. She jokes, "What are we doing? Hunting vampires." Liz and Finn head out into the woods with a pail, the nail and hammer, and Finn warns her this could get messy. They end up tapping a tree for fresh maple syrup. Liz scores big, while Finn fails miserably. He says hunting vampires may have been easier. They eventually head back to the cabin to make dinner. Once they return to the cabin, things quickly turn passionate. They decide dinner can wait. At the Invader, Esme brings Laura in to see Alexis. Alexis asks what she found out about Nicholas. Before she gets into that, Laura thanks her for keeping her eye on Esme, who happens to be listening in at the door. Alexis tells Laura to lay it on her about Nicholas, and Laura explains all the places they checked out in Europe, and that they learned he's been spotted in Geneva, making withdrawals from his bank. She knows her son is alive, but for whatever reason, he doesn't want to be found. Laura wishes she could make him see that his actions are hurting everyone who cares about him. Alexis says Nicholas made a lot of bad choices and did a lot of bad things, and the only thing he could do was run and hide. Laura asks Alexis if Nicholas came back, what charges would be filed against him. Alexis says Esme doesn't remember, so that plays in his favor, and all they have is a statement from Liz. She doesn't see him facing charges, to be honest. Laura wishes he knew that, but Alexis feels it wouldn't matter. Alexis explains Nicholas prided himself on being a good father and good son, but he knows he blew it and hurt those he loves. She thinks the only thing they can do is let him figure things out and come home when he's ready. Laura just wishes he'd come back soon to meet his baby boy. Laura thinks it's ironic that she can't bring her son home, but now her brother's back and she'd rather be rid of him. Alexis hadn't planned on bringing Cyrus up or that miscarriage of justice. Laura is conflicted as she believes in rehabilitation but doesn't know if that's possible with Cyrus or if he even deserves to be released. Alexis notes the judge believes so. Laura wants to try and believe in him, but it will be a long time before she can trust him. Alexis asks if she believes in his religious conversion. Laura isn't sure and wants to get Martin's take on it. Esme interrupts to remind Alexis of a conference call she has coming up. Laura says she'll get out of her hair. Alexis asks Laura before she goes if she knows Judge Kim, but Laura doesn't. Laura heads out, and Esme asks Alexis if she can have a raise. She explains she wants to move out because Kevin and Laura's place is crowded now that they are back. Alexis asks if that is the real reason. Esme confesses she's starting to have feelings for Spencer. At the hospital, TG visits Mason to check his incision, but an angry Mason tells TJ he needs some more damn drugs. TG says he'll let his surgeon know he's still in pain, but right now he is receiving the correct dosage of meds. Mason screams he wants another doctor, but TG says any other doctor would agree with him. As Mason screams at him, he rants that he's so sick of hearing his whining, and he used to never shut up when he was down there too. TG realizes he's one of the men who held him captive. Mason laughs and says he doesn't know what he's saying as he's stoned. TJ tells him he will pay for what he did and storms out.